with G. Scott.
He's no introduction. 13-year career, Super Bowl 48 champion, and part of arguably the greatest defense of all time, that Legion of Boom. He joins us now, Brandon Mebane. Mebane, what's the word, man?
Nothing, man. We getting a little gloomy weather down here, man.
Yeah.
The sun's popping out a little bit. It was 45 degrees this morning,
Okay.
and it's supposed to get to like about 75 today. That's very strange, man. Like the weather, you know. But it always been like that out here, It's just what it is.
Bane, let me get right to it because everybody listening right now, they don't give a damn about the weather. They don't care. They don't care. They come to you for one thing. Now, let me go ahead and say it right now. I noticed that today we're not going to be showing any film. Is there a reason why you didn't send us any film?
I didn't do any film because I felt like I didn't really want to bash the guys individually. To me, it wasn't really like a lot of improvement. One thing what I would say from just watching Third Down, right? Okay, watching Third Down, right? What I'm having an issue with is the alignment once again, right? When the defensive ends are lined up too wide and you're running the game, you're actually blocking yourself, right? When you're playing against a quarterback like Josh Allen or Matt Stafford, they're getting the ball out quick. The only time they're really going to hold the ball, unless they're down 2 touchdowns and they're going deep and they want these routes to develop downfield deep. But other than that, they're getting the ball out fast. And the Rams offense looks identical like Buffalo offense. The only thing that the Rams don't do that Buffalo does, right, is Buffalo brings in an extra lineman in for tight end to protect and play against the run, right? The Rams have done it in the past here and there, but they haven't done it as much recently, right? But as far as like the running identity, the using the 2 tight ends, pair tight ends, the motions, the routes, it look identical, man. It looks very, very identical. Similar offenses.
But Bane, look, man, I know you. I know you,
Yeah.
and so this is a tough balance, man, because you decided not to send us film because you don't really want to go too tough because the brotherhood.
Nah.
I get that, but at the same time,
Yeah.
there's a lot of us fans right here. We need to better understand what's going on, why it's going on, and if this gonna get better. Why does it keep coming out? Go ahead.
I think what can get better, man, you could start to get better is, like I said, it's alignment. You have to understand down the distance. You have to understand what's the score of the game. And you have to understand who's at quarterback. And you have to you have to understand all these things to just know, like, I can't line up that wide and expect to put pressure on the quarterback. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to work. 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. Do not line up wide like you're in a wide 9 when there's no tight ends out there. It's like you can't line up that wide. And I've seen on sometimes too where they was lining up wide and trying to run a game. Like when you run a game, you have to be like, we used to call it like being a used car salesman, right? Okay, when you're buying a used car, no offense to people that buy used cars, but a lot of times, sometimes used cars is not the best. Sometimes brand new cars is not the best. They could be, both of them could be lemons, right?
Yep.
But when you're selling the car, right, you have to talk about the history of the car, how I feel like when you press the gas pedal from 0 to 50, it gets in 23 seconds, and you got to tell the whole story of why you as a customer, why should I buy this car, and why should I sell you this car, right?
Right.
So what I'm saying is you have to convince that offensive lineman that I'm going upfield and I'm not going underneath, right? But when you do it right, you will line up to where that offensive lineman turns his shoulders. Once he turns his shoulders, it could be the D tackle to make the sack, or it could be the DN make the sack, whether it's a TE or ET, whatever game it is.
Right. Okay. So let me ask this. it sounds like you are seeing, it sounds like you keep saying the same thing week after week. You keep talking about the alignment of the defense
Right.
and what you have been seeing.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Hopefully someone's listening. What can be done to get this alignment together? Because I know you said third down, understanding down the distance, understanding the situation of the game, but
Right.
how can this be taught? How can this be done to where they can rep this consistently?
I think just from up top, man, the coach recognize it and see like what type of improvement can be done to put pressure on the quarterback, to stop the run. Let's put our defense in a position to where they're playing 3rd and 10 instead of 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 4, to where they can really go and attack the quarterback, right? I think just watching the film, man, and just having an understanding of spacing, being a critical thinker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Being a critical thinker to understand all these offenses are attacking the Seattle defense the same way. It's a copycat league, right? And once you understand that, you will have an understanding like, okay, this is how they're attacking us. This is what we need to do. We need to make an event. Not necessarily a major adjustment, but I'm saying like, tighten down the alignment. Give yourself a chance, right? You have to give yourself a chance to make the play. But if you line up too wide or too tight, then you're not giving yourself and putting yourself in a position to make plays or make something happen.
Back up. You have watched every single game. You've dissected and everything. Are you saying that the offenses are attacking the Seattle the same way that you're saying?
Yeah, they're attacking them the same way. Same run, same inside zone. And then if they're not running inside zone, they're running off tackle, right? So they doing both, right? They start off with an inside zone, and then they'll mix it up. They're inside zone, outside, off the tackle. Inside zone, off the tackle, right? So they don't want you to really get in the rhythm of understanding like what they're doing. They playing chess, not checkers. They just dabbling it up. Like a chef. He just don't use salt. He use salt, pepper, garlic pepper. He use cayenne pepper. Paprika. He use all that stuff.
Yeah. So okay. So as they get ready to go forward. And you're saying, okay, they're attacking them the same type of way.
Right.
Can you give us some examples? Let's go back to when you played, you and Red and Chris Clemens. How was the communication? How was the alignment consistent with when you guys played? Did Red play a certain type of way? How did you guys get on and keep on the same page?
Well, one of the things too that I also seen, like, whenever you have defensive alignment, right? So you look at the defensive line, let's talk about alignments, right? So you have 1, 3, and 5, right? And 7s, sometimes 7s, depending on, if they use a lot of tight ends, right? So all those numbers I just said were all odd numbers. When you line up as a defensive lineman in those odd numbers, right? Then those odd numbers are most likely where defensive linemen can get off the ball. They can go, right? Or they're just playing half the man, right? You for sure playing half the man. When you line up in 2, 4, 6, maybe an 8, you're usually going to see a whole lot of 8s. Let's just say 2, 4, and 6, right? Mm-hmm. When you see those alignments are more heavier alignments, right? So you line up in those heavier alignments, your stands got to change. Your hand placement definitely have to change. And you got to be ready to fight because you line up in a heavier alignment. So in a heavier alignment, you're fighting. You almost playing a 2-gap system. But it's kind of like a gap and a half, but you're almost playing it like a 2-gap, right? So the main thing which you have to do right there, you got to knock the dude back for sure. You have to knock him back. And if you don't knock him back, you're gonna get washed.
Okay. Because we're gonna talk about the Rams here in a second. Before we get to the Rams, here's one thing I want to talk about. The Seahawks have made moves. They brought in a D lineman, right? They made a switch and a change at linebacker. They brought in Ernest Jones IV. To reminder for everyone, Ernest Jones IV, when he was with the Rams, one of his seasons, he had 145 tackles. This is considered a pretty good linebacker. My question to you is the problem talent or is the problem scheme?
I don't think the problem is the talent. I don't think it's a scheme. Go back to what I was saying earlier. You can trade for a Pro Bowler, All Pro, whatever you think the person is. It all comes down to alignment. That's it. It just comes down to alignment and understanding how this other team is attacking. They're all attacking the Seahawks the same way, man. I'm not making this stuff up, right?
Mm-hmm.
When teams see that that you haven't made an adjustment over and over again. So I got a story right here, right?
Okay.
So I remember my rookie year, I messed up on a play like 2 weeks in a row, right? And my position coach told me every week, he said, look here, Mebane, if you don't get this down, they're going to keep running this every week. So for 2 weeks in a row, I forget what play it was, right? But I messed up on it, right? And they ran it like once a game, right? Finally, the third week come around, that same play come. I handle it, didn't see it no more. That's just the way
It really is
works.
a copycat league, huh?
It really is a copycat league, man. It really is. Because the offense identity, right? The offense identity of an offense, all that stuff gets installed, OTAs in the spring, April, May, June, all like who they are, who their playbook are, is or what it is all, put in March, April, May, during the draft or before the draft, right? And if they see something that the other team has success with, and they seem like, they keep having success with over and over again, they be like, man, we're going to install this play, right? And they might install 2 or 3 new plays, and those 2 or 3 new plays might be, something special.
Right.
It might work, it might not.
Okay, Vane, we got to get to it. The Rams are coming to town. You've watched some Rams stuff. We need your help. We need to know what to expect out of the Rams. What kind of offense is this going to be? Is their run game as deadly as other teams? And one more thing, are they going to attack the Seahawks the same way every other team is going to do it? What do you got on the Rams?
Okay, the Rams, like I was saying, the Rams have a similar offense, identical. I'm telling you, man, I'm not making this up. They have identical offense just like Buffalo, right? They run inside, they run outside, they mostly run inside with a single back, right? With multiple tight ends, right? To me, 3 key factors on slowing this offense down that I think let's just say the Seattle defense need to work on, right?
Number one,
to me is third down, right? Third down, the Seahawks is ranked number 21 on third down conversions. You have to improve on third down. They got to get off the field on third round. They rank number 21 in the NFL, right?
Yep.
Red zone scoring defense. They're ranked number 14. Now, 14 it's okay. It's kind of like in the middle of the pack of the NFL. But in order to be great, man, I would say top 3. You got to be in at least the top 3, right?
Okay.
And then lastly, I would say the Seahawks in takeaways, right? They're ranked number 18th in takeaways this season. That right there is critical. All 3 of them are critical. I think they need to get, like I said, top 5, top 3 in order to make, flip this season around. They got to get higher in those areas. I'm not real big on numbers, but team stats, I will mess with team stats.
So the 3 things that the Seahawks need to address to win this game, to be successful on Sunday, is third down, red zone, and
scoring,
and takeaways.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. So
correct. Yeah.
You said something that I'm not going to lie to you that's got me nervous. You said that this Rams offense is similar to the Bills offense. So are you saying if there isn't a fix from last Sunday against the Bills to the Rams, there's a good chance it'll be the same result? Is that what you're saying?
That could happen. It could happen in the favor of the Rams, or it could happen in the favor of the Seahawks. We don't know. And the Rams defense is on an incline as well too. Their defense is heading in the right direction also. So yeah, man, it's not gonna be an easy game, man. Those division games is not easy, man. Those are like baby playoff games.
But it makes me nervous that because we keep saying the same thing. And I know you. I know you because you did not have any film for us to look at today. And I know what that meant. See, you playing the game and you're playing like that. But you didn't want to show the film because you're like, nah, I can't do the Seahawks like that.
It's too much. It's too much, man. It was just like, I actually like just closed it, man, because I was just like, dang, man, like, that's one of the first things that you have to like know as a defender, like alignment, spacing is key, where's the strength of the offense, you have to know these things, alignment, assignment, you have to know that stuff.
Hey, man.
It's basic.
But you be telling stories. You be telling stories about sometimes. Tell us about the story about the time when Red Bryant was talking to the team. Remember, no, like talking to the opposing team when they ran this way. Tell that story.
So man, and I can say that for a lot of guys that played on our defense, man. So I was watching film the other day, right, and it was a TV copy, and they used a tight end. They used a tackle to block Red, right? And I was like, let me look at this play again, right? Mm-hmm. And so they showed a replay of the TV copy. So Red pretty much threw the tight end, he threw the tackle, and the running back ran right into him. It was a double right off they was trying to run on the edge, right? And Red said, no, not today, right? And just looking at that, right? And you going through the game, you're not really focusing on that, right? And so just looking at that from, just right now as a fan, right, you can see like the adrenaline just rushing off his face and his eyes. And he made the tackle and he told the dude, the running back, he said, you better not run that over here again. And if you do, I'm a I can't say it, family show. And I was like, oh my God, man. I was like, damn, I should have recorded this and send this to Red. But yeah, man, like, when you playing football, man, you playing it with like passion, man. You ain't worried about like no finances. You're not worried about what happened off the field. And you just playing the game that you love, man. And that's another thing too, man. Like the guys got to figure out, man, like got to get back to like just playing something that they love, man, and want to dominate as a whole, man, because one guy can't dominate and have that mentality, man. It got to be a whole nucleus of a team that's going there trying to dominate, man. They're just trying to tell the whole league who we are, and that's something that they have to figure out as a unit.
So Mike McDonald is a first-year head coach, first year in Seattle. Their defensive coordinator, first-year defensive coordinator. Their offensive coordinator, first-year offensive coordinator in the NFL. So all first. My question to you is truthfully, does it take a while? How long does it take to really establish that togetherness?
I mean, man, if you look at it like this, just look at college football, look at NFL football. How many first-year head coaches have came in and had instant success? It ain't too many, man. Like there's not too many.
Why do you think that's hard? Why do you think that's hard?
I think because just the philosophy is different, and they don't bring in the same philosophy as the previous head coach that obviously got fired or got released or retired or whatever. It's just a whole new philosophy, whole new language. And you just have to adjust and get used to it as a player, as a coach. Like everybody's still adjusting, So it's a lot going on.
Because you guys didn't click right away with Pete Carroll in 2010 on defense, did you?
No, not really. But realistically, it was the same defense that I ran with Mike Holmgren. Just kind of different terminology, but it was a little bit different. but it was a little bit different the way he approached practice. That was different from Mike Holmgren to Jim Mora to Pete. All of them was different. And it's just one of those things, man. It's just we didn't really click until 2 years later.
Hey, Bang, look, a lot of us listening right now, we ain't got no patience for that. We ain't got no time for that.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. We spoiled y'all, man. We spoiled y'all with, it's just, man. We was at the peak, man. One of the best in the NFL history, man.
Hey, when you used to go out in the field, Bang, did the LOB, did y'all know y'all was about to whoop ass? Did y'all know that?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. We walked out there pissed, man. We walked out there ready to fight.
Who's y'all so mad about? Who's you so mad about?
I don't know, man. I think it was just some stuff that just pop up during the week, like somebody open the door and be like, "Hey, man, y'all ain't shit," close the door. It'd be like, it was just like, it'd be just like, man, I want my money, they playing with me. It'd be just all kind of stuff, man. But I tell you, man, all that drama, it worked. It definitely worked, man.
Do you think that was controlled chaos? You think sometimes, because you told me that Pete used to really get hard on the defense.
Oh yeah, he used to be, and a lot of people don't know this. He was harder on us up front, more so than the linebackers and the DBs, right?
How?
Because the way we built up front, he felt like we could take it, and the other guys, other rooms, he felt like they couldn't take it. So he used that psychology on us, and he used it to try to piss us off. And we was already a little bit on the edge because we D linemen, we different. We do stuff differently, and we already was on the edge, and then he'll say something
like what,
and then we'll go out there and try to prove it.
What were some things he would say to you? Because he said some stuff to you.
Oh, he used to threaten like me and Red. He would tell us like, if I could, I'd have been got rid of both of y'all. Like, oh man, dude, I ain't telling you everything, man. Man, it was kind of like, you ever been to a zoo or something like that? Not saying that we animals,
right?
But it was kind of like taking a tranquilizer and just saying, zoop, zoop, zoop. And, man, you stick, you shock an animal, they go, ah! And it was the psychology, man. That's why he's a professor now in psychology, because he good at being a psychologist.
Man, y'all was dogs. Okay, the three things that the Seahawks need to be successful on defense: third down, red zone defense, and takeaways. Those three things have to be addressed to win this game and be successful.
I think so, man. I think that's a starting point right there. I would say throw alignment in there, an assignment. You could put that and mix that in there.
Yeah.
And red zone defense, third down, and takeaways, man. You got to capitalize on those three. Those are some three major factors in the game, man. I think if they control those three, I think they can beat the Rams, definitely. And it's at home too, so it's like, come on, man, it's red carpet in front of you. Let's do it.
Have you told Red Bryant you be coming on the show?
I told him yesterday, man. He was like, "Oh man, shoot, man, that's my dog G, man. Yeah, man. We gonna get him on here though, man.
We gotta get him on here, man, so we can tell some stories.
Yeah. Can it be a three? It could be a three-way too. Huh?
Yeah, Pauls. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
No question.
Let's try to do it next Wednesday, man.
Yeah. Get him on there. Talk some stuff. All right, Bang. Yeah. Hey, man. People really appreciate you coming on once a week. There's a lot of people that lean on what you say, and we watch what you say. So this Sunday, everybody's watching third down, they watching red zone defense, and they're watching if they're gonna get some takeaways. That's gonna be simple, right there.
Gotta get the takeaways and score. Or if not score, get great field position so your offense can score.
Yeah.
whether it's 3, 5, 6, 7, 20, whatever.
Right.
Get something on the board. 2, 1.
Now, right now, Bang, you got your business going on. You got some pro athletes that's reaching out to you. They want to be able to learn about football. But right now, there might be some parents that got high school kids, youth kids that really want to understand and learn the game. Or you might be a fan. Be like, yo, I want to better understand the game a little bit. How can they reach out to you?
You can hit my Instagram with football IQ, elevate your football IQ on my Instagram, or you can hit my other Instagram with my blue check. You could do that Mebane 92, and yeah, man, just DM me, follow me, and yeah, man, we can go from there. We can set something up.
I just thought about something. Where did you get your sack dance from?
Oh man,
where'd that come from?
That's a story right there.
Yo, I just thought, we got time. Well,
hey, so the sack dance came from this, man. So growing up, Los Angeles, and in the late 80s, early 90s, right? My favorite rapper that I can listen to, that in front of my parents, right? The other rappers I had to sneak and listening to them was like Eazy-E and DJ Quick and all them, NWA and all that. I'm about to say NWO. NWA, right? And I snuck and listened to them, right? But MC Hammer was my favorite rapper growing up, right? And MC Hammer to me is the best rapper dancer of all time, right?
True.
I don't think nobody can outdance Hammer, right?
Right.
So Hammer has a dance where it pumps and a bump, right?
Right.
So Hammer did the dance, pumps and a bump. And I'm like, dang, man, like I need, Chuck Darby used to always tell me, like, man, we get a sack, you got to break it down, right? Because, Chuck Darby had his sack, Rocky had his sack dance. Shoot, that's about it. I don't think nobody else was dancing. I think Marcus Tubbs was dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I had to think of something. My first 2 years, I was doing something different, and then I finally found something. I was like, man, go back to Hammer, man. And shoot, I did the Hammer. And it was all she wrote right there.
Man, I never knew that the belly roll came from Hammer.
Yeah, man, but Hammer ain't had no belly though. But Hammer had, the pumps and the bump, man. Man, I'm telling you, dude. Hammer was the man, dude. I'm telling you. Dude, I used to ask my mom, I didn't play with no Barbie dolls, but I used to ask my mom, man, I'm like, man, I want that MC Hammer Barbie doll, man, the doll, man. I want it, man. Yeah, for real.
All right, Bang. Appreciate you, man. We'll talk next week. Hopefully these Seahawks get it done, man.
Yes, sir, man. We're going to see.
All right, appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. All right, I'll holler at you.
Yep. Sometimes they mad at you because you won't let them waste your time. Oh, you heard that right. Man, some folks, they be trying to waste your time, don't you? And then they get upset when you ain't got time for this or you ain't got time for that. That's because you're doing it the right way. You ain't gonna let nobody waste your time. So sometimes they get mad at you for not being able to waste your time. Continue on your track. You ain't got time for that, as the whole meme says. You got time for only you and the progress that you have continued to make and that you're gonna make even more as we enter in the year of 2025. By the way, that year is gonna be your year. You heard me say it. Your year is 2025. Don't let them get mad at you because you don't want them to waste your time. Stay on that same track, baby. All right, I gotta rock. Appreciate you for rocking with me. Love you for that. And as always, be kind.